morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to be your host today at the keynote stage here at the Sustainable Transformation Theatre. My name is Samantha, and it's great to be back again here at ReThink Hong Kong 2022. It's really wonderful to see how much the event has grown since I hosted it in its first year. ReThink Hong Kong has been designed around the core pillars of circular economy, cities and mobility, decarbonization, food and nature, people and purpose, and redefining value. And this year's program is focused on answering one of the most crucial questions for companies in the city. How can we help businesses in Hong Kong accelerate the change towards a more sustainable future? Before we kickstart today's exciting agenda, we'd like to show you a preview of what is to come over the next 2 days and the exciting opportunity we all have to accelerate the change in our amazing city. So sit back and enjoy.
Live event that maybe within 5 years would become Hong Kong's largest, most influential, but more importantly, impactful business event for sustainable development. That event is ReThink Hong Kong.
And now, please welcome to the stage founder and director of ReThink Hong Kong, Mr. Chris Brown.
Thank you, Samantha, and welcome back to ReThink after a year's hiatus. Good morning. Josan Gondowai, Secretary Zhe, Kevin, Jill, Jonathan, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for being here. And for those watching on the live stream from 16 countries, welcome to the 3rd edition of ReThink Hong Kong. Now, hopefully, our global digital audience includes one little man who I haven't seen in over 3 years because I've been stuck in Hong Kong. And I'm so excited to finally be able to go and see him later in the year, and to be able to return to Hong Kong without too much trouble. This is my nephew, Orson. He lives in America. I miss him very much. So I'd like you all to join me in just saying Josan to Orson. Hi, Orson. Thank you so much. On behalf of my team and our exclusive co-organizer, the Business Environment Council, I'm extremely excited to welcome you to what is absolutely Hong Kong's biggest and certainly most ambitious business event for sustainable development. At last year's event, we welcomed just over 2,000 attendees across the 2-day event. As of 8:30 this morning, there were 3,847 registrations, clearly demonstrating the demand from businesses in Hong Kong for the ideas, inspiration, and solutions to drive sustainable transformation. And with over 200 companies in the showcase outside, including pavilions from the UK, Sweden, and the European Union, there is certainly enough on display for those looking for innovation, products and services that can make a difference and help their organization transition to a low-carbon and more sustainable business. In the final image of the teaser video, you would have seen this word, and it's one that I'd like you to keep in mind during your time with us over the next 2 days. I'd like you to consider what the word value truly means, and what value you believe your organization has in the context of Hong Kong's future. But more importantly, what value do you want your organization to have in the context of a carbon neutral and more equitable future for Hong Kong? Now, if that can be a future we can all look forward to, where our beaches and air are cleaner, the buildings where we work are more efficient, housing is more accessible and affordable for all, where transportation continues to evolve and adopt new low-carbon solutions, if our community outreach is more impactful, workplaces more diverse and inclusive, waste and recycling can develop with the public's full buy-in to circular models and a move away from overconsumption, I mean, these are all very exciting yet very, very challenging prospects. Then what value will you contribute towards that future? One thing is for sure, the values which your organization is perceived as having, if they are not aligned with the future generation of business leaders, customers, employees, and investors, then attracting the brightest talents from around the world, as well as retaining Hong Kong's own talents, should be a major concern. At least I hope it should be for your business. And if it's not now, then I'm positive the narrative of this event, with the ambition to accelerate the change, will stay with you over the next 2 days and beyond. And you'll go back into your organizations and have those difficult conversations with your employees, with your customers, with your suppliers, as we're all looking forward to a cleaner, greener, and more sustainable Hong Kong. The scale and complexity of this event could not come together without the phenomenal support of our exhibitors, sponsors, partners, and supporting organizations. I thank each and every one of you collectively for your contribution. Me and the team could not do it without you. I do want to make one special mention for our exclusive co-organizing partner, the Business Environment Council. And Kevin, I'm delighted that you'll be joining me on the stage shortly for your opening welcome. And we're proud to be helping the BEC celebrate your 30th anniversary this year. There is one man who has supported me through the last few years, and I'd like to congratulate Simon as he took the role of CEO at BEC earlier this year. And I'm sure that we'll be celebrating even more at your 30th anniversary in a few months' time. And here is the team, small but perfectly formed. They worked tirelessly over 14 months to put this event together. And I know you'll think, well, there's only 12 months in a year, Chris, how's that possible? But we start planning the next one before this one takes place. So they're basically doing 10 jobs at the same time. They're amazing, each and every one of them. I'm proud to call them colleagues, but also fellow shareholders in my business. It means everything to them, and I hope that the work that they've done over these 2 days really makes a difference. A special mention does go to Jane. She would hate me for doing this, but Jane is our conference producer. She's put together the most phenomenal program for you. There's 144 sessions, 447 speakers. Now, 58% of them are male, 42% of them are female. So we're not quite where we want to be at 50-50, but we are improving from last year. We only have one panel this year with all male speakers, so we're improving. So we're going in the right direction. Now, why is this important? Because it helps me make this point. According to the Hong Kong Census and Statistics Department, for every $10 earned by a male manager, their female counterpart earns just $8. The pay gap between women and men in managerial positions is widening to a staggering 28% for those aged 45 to 54. At ReThink Hong Kong, we believe people of all genders and backgrounds should be paid equally for their work. So if you can progress your organization's gender pay balance, then I believe that the value that society holds with you can never be at risk. I know there are many advocates in this room for organizations to declare their gender pay gap, and I really hope that we start to see that soon in Hong Kong. I hope most of you are aware, I'm sure most of you are aware, that we donate all of the delegate fees that you have paid to be here to our charity partner each year. My business, ReThink Hong Kong, does not make any profit from your delegate fees. This year, we are so proud to be working with Hands On Hong Kong, and Catherine will be on the stage with me tomorrow to tell you more about the organization, but specifically the ReThink Plastics campaign that's already started. So we've taken the delegate fees, they've gone to Hands On Hong Kong already, and they've already started running sessions to really drive awareness around the plastics issue in Hong Kong. Event waste, it's a horrible issue for us to have to deal with, but we're trying to be better. There are no trash bins on any of the exhibition booths. That's not to be annoying, it's because we want you to take your trash to booth B65, where we'll centralize it, collect it, weigh it, and then we can report on it. So we know exactly the waste that you're all generating. It's challenging. There isn't much waste because there's no hospitality. We're still not allowed to give you tea and coffee. Hopefully next year we'll be able to do that. The event app is back. It's got some new functions. Please use it. You can connect with each other. You can answer surveys. You can answer polls. You can really contribute towards what's happening live at ReThink. And the more that you do, the more questions you answer, the more sessions you go to, the more bamboo we're going to plant. So, bamboo planting. We're excited to be partnering with the Take Group to embark on an ambitious project that is going to offset the carbon emissions from this year's event and your attendee travel. So your attendee travel, that's your carbon, not mine, but we're going to offset it anyway. So working with MTR, we're calculating if you answer the questions, let us know if you're traveling on MTR, where you're traveling from. We'll help to calculate the carbon. We'll plant more bamboo, and that will offset the carbon from the event. We anticipate it will take about 3 to 4 years to sequester the carbon accounted for this event, but we'll keep you updated on the progress with that. But please do go over to booth G10 to see Rob from Take. If you're a property developer, if you've got spare land that you're not using at the moment, you're not going to be using it for a while, let Rob plant bamboo on it. So there we go. If you did travel here by MTR, MTR again. If you did travel here by MTR, please go over to see Carbon Wallet on booth F35. They will give you one free ride for coming on MTR to ReThink. So they've got a clever way of checking that you did, and they'll give you that ride back. So thank you to Jill and MTR for supporting us with that. I was not able to find an appropriate sponsor for this theatre this year. I'm sure it will be different next year. So I'm going to take 2 extra minutes to tell you about some exciting things that we are doing. So the ReThink family is growing. I'm very proud today to announce to you the launch of both the ReThink Foundation and ReThink Lifestyle. So the ReThink Foundation is a registered not-for-profit organization in Hong Kong. Each year from now, it will receive the proceeds from ReThink HK, so all the delegate fees will go to the foundation. And the new event we have next year will donate 1% of all Expo revenue to the foundation. Over a 2-year period, we're going to support 6 local NGOs. We're going to advocate for those NGOs to collaborate with each other for greater good and more impact. So I very much now welcome expressions of interest from NGOs in Hong Kong who would like to be part of the first cohort of the ReThink Foundation's Impact Pledge program for 2023-24. Please come to me, please come to one of the team, get in touch. We'd love to talk to you and tell you more about what we're doing. Now, as Secretary Stay and I were just talking about, what we've really got to do is change public behavior change. That's absolutely where we as a business community have got to drive that message. So I'm very excited to tell you about ReThink Lifestyle, which will be Hong Kong's festival for healthy and sustainable living. We'll bring together 10,000 conscious consumers, change makers, who are demanding eco-friendly alternatives and planet-positive solutions. As we all know, sustainability is not an option anymore. It's the only way forward. So if you'd like to be involved, if you'd like to know more, there is a website. It just about went live in time. So please visit the website, drop your details in there. We can talk about how your organizations can help us drive that public behavior change so that we can actually get to where we want to get to by 2050. Feedback, so important. As I said last year at the event, this is now your event. It used to be mine, now it's yours. But what I want you to do is to tell us what you want from us. What do you need as organizations? How can we evolve the program? What are the solutions that you need to transform your business? If you let us know, we will do our best to go and find it, I promise you. But you've got to let us know, so please use the survey. And the survey goes live at 4 o'clock. The first 50 people will get a copy of Paul Polman's book, Net Positive. You can pick that up on the way out. So please use the survey in the app. So we'll be back next year, downstairs, hall number 1, bigger, better, in September. Very excited to be moving down into hall number 1. It shows a big commitment from the venue to allow us to move into hall number 1. They see us expanding. So it's very exciting, and we'll be in September, so there'll be no annoying public holiday getting in the way the day before. And so that's it from me. Thank you for listening. I'm going to pass you over to Kevin for his opening address. I sincerely hope you enjoy your time with us. This is serious, what we're here for, but I want you to enjoy it. I want you to make new connections, connect with each other, build new relationships, because it's only through collaboration will we be able to put ReThink together, and it's only through collaboration that you can drive that transformation in your organization. So if each and every one of you just takes one new idea, one new solution, one bit of inspiration, and puts that into practice when you go back into your business, we will have absolutely achieved our ambition to accelerate the change in our amazing city. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chris. I'm sure all our attendees here today and tomorrow share your passion and ambition to drive change for a better Hong Kong for all of us. And now may I invite Mr. Kevin O'Brien, Chairman of the Business Environment Council, to deliver the opening remarks.
Before I get started, I'd like for everybody to give Chris and his team a round of applause for getting everybody back in the room today to talk about such an important subject. So for Chris and the team. Good morning, Secretary Chair, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Business Environment Council, I would like to welcome you all and thank you for joining today. Following a successful partnership with ReThink Hong Kong team in previous years, we are very glad to be the exclusive co-organizer of the conference once again this year. The year of 2022 has a special meaning for BEC because it sees us celebrating our 30th anniversary. We are delighted to have this robust partnership once again to accelerate the sustainable transformation in Hong Kong and to drive and empower the business sector to turn ambition and words into real action on our net zero journey, further demonstrating BEC's 30 years of environmental excellence and leadership. The recent global environmental event, Climate Week NYC, focused on the theme of getting it done, highlighting the need to move from the conversation to getting things done, challenging ourselves to do more for attaining ambitious goals and explore more ways to combat the adverse impact brought about by climate change. Delivering results is not just about formulating a plan, but showing the work has been done and the positive impact resulting from it. Of course, making a commitment is important, but what is even more crucial is to turn all of the commitments that we're making here over these 2 days into real actions. And it's time to call for climate actions from all sectors. That is why we are advocating to all through this annual conference of ReThink Hong Kong. Apart from Climate Week NYC, the upcoming United Nations Climate Change Conference, or COP27, to be held next month, also aims to mobilize actions by providing an opportunity for climate leadership to begin the long-term transition to net zero. Mr. Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, President of the Arab Republic of Egypt, the host country of COP27, has also called for cross-sector collaboration of all the world for real action. At this critical point in time, all of us should reaffirm our commitment to the global climate agenda, despite all that's going on around the world and all of the local difficulties and uncertainties we are facing. The world is expected to move from negotiation to implementation, and words need, in fact, words must be translated to those actions. In Hong Kong, the government has announced Hong Kong's Climate Action Plan 2050 last year, highlighting the ambitious target to reach carbon neutrality on or before 2050, to create a sustainable living environment for our future generations. I trust that all of you who are joining us today have set a very high ambition on moving towards a greener and more sustainable future, which is the very first step on our net zero journey. With this positive debut, we should now take the opportunity to demonstrate our success stories by driving the ambition into action and fulfilling our strong commitments. By realizing effective implementation with strong commitments from all sectors, only then will we be able to achieve our 2050 carbon neutrality goal. All these show that it is essential for all sectors and all industries, and indeed the whole of society, locally and globally, to join forces together for a climate resilient and net zero future. which echoes ReThink's Hong Kong theme of accelerating the change and BEC's commitment to advancing environmental excellence and sustainable development in the business sector and society in Hong Kong. Through our dedicated BC Sustainable Business Theatre and the expanded BC Pavilion this year, we hope to further realise our vision of leading, enabling and driving the business community to transform for a green, livable and sustainable Hong Kong. With our full support to our ReThink Hong Kong 2022, BEC is keen to facilitate cross-business partnerships and collaboration for accelerating the change and galvanizing business actions towards environmental excellence and net zero in Hong Kong. Please feel free to come and join our tailor-made programs at the BC Sustainable Business Theatre and visit the BC Pavilion during your time here over the next 2 days. I'm sure that you will be able to get some insightful takeaways from our speakers, sponsors and exhibitors. Once again, it's time for us to take real action. I believe that ReThink Hong Kong 2022 will give you ample insights and motivation to accelerate change for a sustainable transformation on our net zero journey. Let's enjoy the 2-day conference and accelerate the change together. But most importantly, when you go back to your workplace, please start accelerating your own actions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kevin, for your inspiring words. Please remain on stage for a photo call. We would now like to invite our VIP guests to join Chris and Kevin on stage for a group photo. Representing the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region, Mr. Tse Chin Wan, Secretary for Environment and Ecology. Representing the Business Environment Council, ReThink Hong Kong's exclusive co-organizer, Mr. Kevin O'Brien, Chairman. Representing HSBC, headline sponsor of the Sustainable Resources Theatre, Mr. Jonathan Drew, Head of Global Banking Sustainability, Asia Pacific. Representing Schneider Electric, headline sponsor of the BEC Sustainable Business Theatre, Mr. Jonathan Chew, Hong Kong President. Representing MTR Corporation, headline sponsor of the Sustainable Communities Theatre, Ms. Jill Miller, Legal and Governance Director. Representing Siemens Mobility, program sponsor of the HK 2050 is Now Energy and Mobility Summit, Mr. Jens Peter Bronner, Chief Executive Officer. Representing Pictet Asset Management, program sponsor of the Business for Diversity program, Mr. Freeman Zhang, Head of Intermediaries Asia ex-Japan. Representing the Consulate General of Sweden to Hong Kong and Macau, Mr. Per Augustusson, Consul General. Representing the British Consulate General in Hong Kong, Ms. Sarah Robinson, Deputy Head of Mission. Representing the EU Office to Hong Kong and Macau, Mr. Walter Van Hattem, Head of Trade and Economic. Representing Hands On Hong Kong, Charity Partner for ReThink Hong Kong 2022, Ms. Catherine Danaway, Executive Director. Welcome, everyone. Thank you very much, esteemed guests. Kindly return to your seats. Mr. Zhe, please remain on stage.